Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Hope you are all doing well. Today we're taking a look at a 360. So if you could tell by the back there, this is a 360 Xenon. I think it's a Xenon JTAG because it has a JTAG wiring. I don't remember the specifics about this because I've had this sitting around for a very long time, but I don't think it works. So before we go crazy with anything, if we look around, just try to browse around and see what we got going on for the shop. Caps all along here are blown. Caps in the back are fine. These caps are probably replaced. These caps are clearly replaced. Oh, you can't see it. Let's see. There we go. Blue caps. Blue caps replaced. Probably replaced. Not looking good. This cap is laying flat and connected. Oh, I don't know why. There's our JTAG wiring. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think this turns on, or if it does turn on, I don't think it boots. We got 12 volts of fan modding happening. And we got forever blinking green light, which probably isn't a good thing. I don't know if this is a NAND thing, if it's a GPU thing, if it's a both thing. My hope and plans and dreams are to use one of these bad boys today. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? There, you can. This is from Josh Davidson and the Octal Console Shop. You can get yours. Hit him up. Go on his website. I'll leave a link to everything. They'll be there. His Discord. This is a Deswizzler QSB. So essentially, what my plan is with this console is to take off the GPU, put on a nice, beautiful Jasper, I think it's a Zeus GPU, maybe it's a Chronos, I don't remember, but I have. Put on a Chronos GPU, deswizzle using one of the QSBs, so it'll go like right around this area, just one of these, not all 30 of these. And get this going again, so we'll have to do some recapping, I think I might have to EXT clock it, to get it to boot, to blow fuses to 5. Gotta remember the magic number 5 for the GPU to work. It's a lot of jargon I'm saying. Nevertheless, I'll set you guys up. We'll dump the NAND first and we'll write Zel just to see if I can get a image, because if I can get Zel to boot, at least I know it's kind of working versus wasting all my time replacing GPU and blah 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 and it doesn't work. But yeah, that's the plan for today. Who knows what'll happen. We'll go on this journey together as a team and hopefully we'll come out the other side successful. So yeah, wish me luck.
And while we do that, I would like to say thank you to today's sponsor, PCBWay, the premier destination for top quality printed circuit boards. In a short span, PCBWay has become the go-to choice for seamless online ordering, rapid prototyping, and unparalleled customization. From hobbyists like myself to industry leaders, PCBWay has earned the trust through its commitment to precision and reliability. Cutting-edge technology and a skilled team ensure that every PCB meets the highest standards. Beyond circuits, PCBWay fosters a vibrant community of creators, turning ideas into reality. Join the innovation wave with PCBWay, where quality meets ingenuity.
Alright, so you saw me write Zel, and if we boot Zel, we now upgraded to 0, 0, 2, 0. Could be a GPU issue, I suppose. Gonna take off the heat sinks and let's see what what type of GPU we got under there. Maybe it's a good one. All right, not sure how much you young whippersnappers can see, but I'll beat it out. The model number is a X02056-010. If we pull that up on Xenon Library, that would be a Y1 GPU launch model. So GPU go kaput. Gotta replace GPU. Replace cap. Replace cap. We'll leave the JTAG wiring for now. I think it has an LDV of 2, so I'm gonna have to EXT clock it at some point. Blow it to 5. For the GPU to work on JTAG. I think that's what I got to do. The Deswizzler, my swizzle will go here, so I'll have to remove these boys and these boys, and it'll sit beautifully here, and it'll all look amazing when we're done. Once again, if you want to buy it, hit up Josh Davidson, Octal. I'll leave all his information in the description. You can do it, he can do it, someone can do it, he'd do it for a service. So yeah, hit him up. But let's put it on the BJ machine and remove that bad boy. Alright, so here we are. GPU is done, as you see there. There's my beautiful Zeus. The Deswizzler is deswizzled up here. I got my NAND wires, JTAG wires back. I need to, down here, this cap came off because of all the glue, so I'm gonna replace that. You saw me write the glitch 2 stuff, so I got my matrix wired up. Not gonna show it glitching because it might take a while. The next step, put thermal paste back on, heat sinks back on, put this cap back on, power it on, wait for it to glitch, get into dash, blah 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 blah, blow fuse, etc etc, and hopefully that'll work. So we'll be back when it glitches successfully, I guess. All right, so I think I got it. Well, I got Zell, so everything's wired up. I redid my wires here because I was having a little bit of a hard time. If you boot eject, you boot pressing eject, sorry. Instant, yes, very nice. I have to use my old monitor because no HDMI. There we go. Your LDV should be less than 5, I'm going to assume, but we will find out together. From here, I need to write an XC build so I can blow some fuses, and then we'll be good to go. So yeah, there we go. Yeah. So we're good here. I'm just gonna yeah, write the dash, blow fuses, and we'll come back once we do the thing. Okay, so these are the perils of just doing things that, I don't know, shouldn't be done, wouldn't be done, couldn't be done, I don't know. So I run into this weird issue. I wrote the XC build, right? Zell boots every time, right? There we go. Zell boots. Shows my CPU. LDV of 2. I need to blow it to 5 because that's how it's going to work, right? Now if I power it off, and I wait for the fan to stop, and I power it on, it's going to glitch, it's going to stop, and that's it. It's going to boot. One ring, E79, right? Can't show you there, but it's maybe I can. It's 1 0 3 3. Now you're gonna tell me, Sean, that's a bad NAND. Well, I can counter your bad NAND with I replaced physical NAND chip. I created different kinds of donors. I can always get it to boot cell, never can get it to boot dash. So the modification works. Something else is going on with this board. As you saw in the beginning, I had a red ring of death, so maybe I should have tested it before I did all this. Next up, I guess I'll replace RAM, right? Let's try replacing the RAM and see what happens, and we'll come back once I do that. Alright, here we are, 4 RAM chips later. So they're my 4 Samsung RAM chips on the bottom. So I'm going to do the bottom and then do the top. Let's see if it changed. Let's see if it even boots. Uh-oh, 4. Oh, that's because I don't have my, stop it. I don't have my AV plugged in all the way. Let's try that again. Well, it got a different glitching pattern going on. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. We're gonna have to wait until it boots Zell. Very different boot pattern going on over there. It's kind of not. It was faster originally. To be honest with you, could have been could have been the RAM. Could be something else. I don't know. Will it boot? Still not booting. Maybe I killed the RAM when I put it on. Maybe it doesn't float enough. Maybe I killed the top RAM. Yeah, kind of crazy with the booting happening. Let me take a look. Yeah, so I think this is going to be one of those boards that I need to swap things on. Unfortunately, I thought I would finish this with it working, but we did get the Deswizzler working, which was a good thing. We're getting infinite glitching, which leads me to believe that swapping the RAM probably killed this board. I wish I had another Xenon working to put it on, to put the CPU and the GPU back on, to finish the process off, but unfortunately I don't. I have a Xenon down there that I pulled the CPU from a long time ago and I pulled the RAM from. I have this one, which I guess in retrospect I should have heated up the GPU and tested it to make sure it worked before I did any of this stuff, because there's probably other underlying issues that I didn't realize until now. We do know the CPU works and we know the GPU works, so I can easily just pop these and put them on another console. I'll probably do that in a second part if I can find a Xenon motherboard. There are plenty, but I want to find a working one so that way I don't gotta deal with all this craziness. And I have this one, but this one I wrote non-JTAG, and I must have did stuff to this because it also doesn't work. So I probably was doing stuff on this and I can't remember what I did, so don't want to use that. I want a working board. So for now, we'll leave it here. Unfortunately, couldn't do it. Maybe I won't upload this for now, and we'll get a working board and then try again. But we know the Deswizzler works. We know 3/4 of the way there. I just need a working board to transplant everything on, and it'll work. So maybe I'll get a board and I'll do that now.
1 week later.
Alright, and here we are with another board. So unfortunately the first board, or this one of the boards you saw, it wasn't working. So I ended up putting the, I don't have it in front of me, but I ended up putting the CPU on this board, and I was getting all kinds of weird errors. What I ended up doing was putting a zero fuse CPU, so that's a zero fuse CPU, and there she is. There's our, it's not a Kronos, it's a Zeus GPU. There's Mr. Octal's, I'm just gonna zoom in, whoa, going crazy. Mr. Octal's Deswizzler, and I did all the other changes. I just taped this off because I still gotta clean it. And if we put on our heat sinks, this is just for testing, it should work. So it was working until now, so I'll zoom out. We'll boot Cell first. So if I press ejector, there we go. On my little screen over there, you'll see it boots Cell. Yeah, there we go. And it's gonna be a zero fuse. Unfortunately, it overheated. Yeah, it's gonna overheat, but it works. If I power it off, give me a second to power it off and we'll be back. Okay, I ended up putting it all back together. This is, as you saw in the video started, I only have the metal shell, so this will be it in its final form for now. I didn't blow up any caps here or here, so I don't need to do that. I just need to take it apart, clean it, put conformal coating over the jumper. Heatsinks are on, thermal paste is on. And like I said, it'll boot Cell. You won't see it with the 5 CB because it's a zero fuse, so no need to do all that. There we go. I just gave it the, I don't know where my finger is, I just gave it the KV and CPU key, the virtual CPU key and KV of the original console, so that's why it has all of that. And if we power it off, and we power it back on, we'll boot over here. There we go. And over here, I wrote 7258. So this is the pre-NXE dashboard. That's why you heard that. I didn't set it up, so it's at the setup screen. But as you see, it works perfectly fine. And Mr. Josh Davidson Octal's little Deswizzler board is there. So I don't, like I said, I don't have the Kronos, but I put a Zeus on it, on a Xenon. See, EV. So yeah, if you thought this was fun, interesting, useful, like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you're interested in one of the Deswizzler boards or getting this service done or any of that, I'll leave a link to Josh's Discord, his website. You can purchase them, do this yourself, get him to do it, whatever you feel like you want to do. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.